Hey guys, this is Tom McCullough, the Next News Network's White House correspondent, filling in for Gary Franchi this week. And I'm live from there. So last night we had Donald Trump and Kid Rock teaming up in the Oval Office. Trump is signing executive orders showing more guts in 10 minutes than Joe Biden has shown in the last 3 or 4 years. So the left, they're flipping out, and we've got the clips to back it up. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So first, Trump hanging out with Peter Doocy, comparing his style to Biden's. And so here's what went down. Check the clip.
Thank you.
Did Biden do news conferences like this, Peter? I don't think
No.
so.
He was never standing next to somebody who looked like they were about to be shot out of a cannon.
Wouldn't have worked out.
And you can't script that. Trump's got energy, humor, and he's pointing out what we all know. Biden's press conferences are an absolute snooze fest, if they even happen. We all know they were fake ones when they did happen anyways. So meanwhile, Trump's got Kid Rock by his side, a guy who's pure red, white, and blue. The contrast is wild. It's alive, and the other's barely there.
So it's an honor to have you back. A friend of mine, Kid Rock, sometimes referred to as Bob. I know him as Bob. But he's been a good friend for a long time, many years, and he's been after something that is for the good of a lot of people, including, in particular, the public, and having to do with ticket sales and scalping and all of the gouging that you have been reading about. That's gotten worse and worse with time. And I didn't know too much about it, but I checked it out, and it is a big problem. And I think you've been trying to get this done for 20 years or something. He said Trump got it done in 2 weeks.
While foreign leaders beg for billions, Kid Rock's helping Trump fight for us, tackling ticket scalping and price gouging.
Bob, do you want to say something?
Yeah, anybody it doesn't matter your politics. First off, thank you, Mr. President, because this has happened at lightning speed. I know you I want to make sure Alina Habba gets her credit too, because I know she worked very hard on this, but thank you for making this happen so quick. Anyone who's bought a concert ticket in the last decade, maybe 20 years, no matter what your politics are, knows that it's a conundrum. You buy a ticket for $100, by the time you check out, it's $170. You don't know what you can charge for it, but more importantly, these bots, they come in to get all the good tickets to your favorite shows you want to go to, and then they're relisted immediately for sometimes a 400% or 500% markup. And the artists don't see any of that money. And, ultimately, I think this is a great first step. I would love down the road if there would be some legislation that we could actually put a cap on the resale of tickets. And I'm a capitalist and a deregulation guy, but they've tried this in some places in Europe, and it seems to be the only thing that's us as artists be able to get the tickets into the hands of the fans at the prices we set. I'll be the first one to say, and I know the president doesn't like when I say this, but I'm a little overpaid right now. It's kind of ridiculous. I would rather be a hero to the working class people and have them be able to come attend my shows and give them a fair ticket price. I can't control that right now, so hopefully this is a step to really be able to make that happen.
No handouts here, just real solutions for regular people getting hammered by shady companies. Those guys, everybody try to go to concerts like $1,000 now. So of course, while the left's whining about something petty, typically they're obsessed with appearances, but when Zelensky rolled in wearing a sweatshirt asking for cash, they didn't blink. Kid Rock's in the Oval Office and it's a scandal? Please. Americans don't care about suits, they want action. Trump's delivering. I thought Kid Rock pretty good. So speaking of action, Trump had a funny take on Kid Rock's look. Check it out.
Good. Without a doubt. A lot of people are.
President Trump, would you ever wear a jacket like that?
I don't know. I was thinking about doing it for tomorrow. We have a big event coming up, and I was thinking about doing it, but I'm not sure.
And that's Trump. He's always ready with a jab. But it's not about the outfit. It's about what he signed today. Check this out.
Of course, sir. So this is an executive order, as you said, that deals with the ticket reselling business. For fans of live entertainment and for entertainers as well, the ticket reselling industry has become a huge issue. These people use bots and computer algorithms to buy up huge blocks of tickets and then jack up the price so that fans of live entertainers like Mr. Ritchie, I almost called him Mr. Rock, don't have access to concerts the way that they should. And when they do, it's at exorbitantly high prices. So what this executive order does, it charges the FTC and the Department of Justice with rigorously enforcing laws on the books in collaboration with state attorneys general that have power over consumer protection and other people who have the power to really crack down on this issue so that entertainers and fans won't be subject to these abusive and oftentimes illegal practices.
Good. Thank you very much.
Big stuff. ticket scalping has been a nightmare for years. Families can't afford a night out without getting robbed. I just tried to get a concert. It was like $900 for System of a Down. Go figure. So Trump stepping in, putting the screws to those greedy scalpers, giving power back to the people. So he's not stopping there either. Here's Trump on why this actually matters.
Bob is more interested in the fans and the people that are having to pay crazy prices than he is the artist. Maybe the artist a little bit, but the fans a lot. I've spoken to him over the years about it, and it's been, it bothers him. It bothers a lot of other artists too. You see the artists, and they go out with a $100 ticket and it sells for $2,000 the following night, and they seem to be able to sweep up the best locations too, which is pretty amazing. So
They've only enforced that Box Act one time, I believe.
Yeah.
A couple years ago in New York City, I think we got a couple $1 million fine. And that's the only time they've enforced that act.
and who's the primary culprit? Who sells these tickets?
It's the scalpers. It's these bots go in, and they're automated, so you're...
But is there a company involved? You might not want to
No,
say.
no, well, there's reselling
I think
markets
I know.
all... Yeah.
I think I know, Peter. But that's all right. Don't get them involved. Maybe
What company do you think?
maybe they're more innocent than we think. Huh?
Well, if you think of it, like if Ticketmaster sells a ticket, if you buy a ticket and go to a show, you're in a lot of ways their worst customer. Because they make another 17, whatever percentage every time that ticket resells. So they don't want to enforce the Bots Act necessarily because they're making more money off it. The artists don't see any of that money, but that's not what I'm advocating for, is for me to make more money. I want the fans to have fair ticket prices, be able to go and enjoy more shows. I know people that they decide on a family vacation or going to their favorite concert once a year rather than, my parents used to go see multiple shows when you could afford them back in their day. And I'd like to take my ticket prices lower, but if I set my ticket prices low, these bots immediately eat them up and they resell for hundreds of dollars more, and I'm just making these bad actors rich.
Well, I think this is a big step to getting it stopped. Do you have something, Brian?
Yeah, I do actually. I actually feel that the consumer is going to take the money that they've saved and actually buy merch, which you guys have a big percentage of, or do concessions, which you guys split with the venue on that as well. So I think their money
We don't
goes
share in
further.
concessions a lot.
No?
No, those are, we try to, but they don't want to share it in the beer prices and parking or any of that stuff. But the bottom line is there's money for everyone to be made. There's plenty of money to go around. No one's going to really lose here. Ticketmaster, if we can get a cap, they're going to lose some money. But I've already talked to the CEO, Michael, and he's given me his word. He's on board for it.
A first step, but a strong one. Trump's kicking off a war on entertainment industry corruption. Under Biden, nothing. Scalpers would still be raking in the money. So there's teeth to this plan too. And let's check out and see how that's going to go down, because we know Trump, he doesn't do anything without enforcing it. Trump's pulling in the FTC and Attorney General to make this stick. And that's how you get results. Cut the talk and start the fight. One more thing before the wrap. Trump had thoughts on Marine Le Pen's conviction in France. Let's check it out.
Marine Le Pen, the far-right leader, got convicted in court and is now banned from running for office for 5 years. Do you have a comment about
That's
that?
a big deal. That's a very big deal. I know all about it, and a lot of people thought she wasn't going to be convicted of anything, and I don't know if it means conviction, but she was banned for running for 5 years, and she's the leading candidate. That sounds like this country. That sounds very much like this country.
And that's sharp as ever. Trump sees the game. When the system wants you out, they'll bend every single rule. Le Pen's sideline, and he's hinting it's not so different here. The deep state never sleeps, guys. We know this. So here you have it. Trump's not palling around with Kid Rock. He's swinging for us, exposing the left's hypocrisy and the outsmarting the swamp. We'll keep bringing you the truth straight from the White House. Get rid of these fake news guys. I'm Tom McCullough for the Next News Network. If you liked it, again, share it with your friends, subscribe, and stay tuned, guys. We can't do this without you. God bless.